There we go. Now the microphone is on, and it's been a while. It's been a while since the last stream I made, just because I've been very busy, guys. And I just literally turned on the stream as I am doing a million other things. So bear with me, because I'll just have to just put everything properly in here. I left after I finished teaching. I left for some training. I did like almost 4 hours training. That was very, very, very nice. Some tennis, and I trained with 2 different groups. I'm a little bit like crazy, but I don't know why. I just don't get enough tired. I finished the first training of 2 hours, and I'm like, I can keep going. So I kept going. Somebody was asking for an extra play. I was like, be my guest. I always want to play. Let me see. I'm just 1 second. I'm just resizing here the screens, and I don't know, something like looked a little weird. Okay, there we go. So who we have today in the chat? JV. Okay, nice, and some music. Good, because we will play some music. Robert is here. Nice to have you here. I'm very sorry, but I will just be eating some apple, because I feel like after so many hours of running and stuff, maybe I shouldn't go to sleep with an empty stomach, but I also don't want to overfill myself with anything else. So just decided to take one just green, very not sweet apple so that I don't starve during the night, because otherwise I'll just wake up and I'll start to eat everything. We have Gabriel Oviedo in the chat. Buenas noches. Here it's 11 o'clock in the evening. I just came back, showered, put the stream, and and I thought maybe I'll just practice a little bit longer. The amateur classical guitarist says, good evening from Canada, getting cold, which means more time to spend indoors and practice more. There's always time to practice more, guys. Actually, let me 1 second. I want to just take away here, because I didn't even plug the iPad. So I'll just, hide it like this. It's less ugly than to have a frame just with nothing inside. And we have also Jean Lopez. Hello and welcome back to the chat. This is already a familiar name. So, guys, like this week, which I think I haven't streamed, have I? Basically, I've been kind of reconsidering some things, putting in order a little bit some other things. And I've been, as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of videos during quarantine and everything, and lots of tutorials. I just feel the extreme urge. In the Spanish word would be urge. Oh my god, Jesus, it's late. And when it's late, my brain just works differently, okay? Just accept it. And so I really have the need to just play more. And a lot more. And by more, I really mean like a substantial change to what I'm doing here. And of course, everything doesn't get done if I am not there to make it happen. So you will see that I'm prioritizing different things. And one of which will be just playing. Evil says, no, I haven't streamed. Yeah, good. I think you keep up better than I do myself. Anyways, other good news is that I decided to take a new piece. Well, actually, if you guys joined my last stream, I was working on the Tanzmann, on the Hommage to Chopin, but I had like a long love relationship with something on the piece. And just because I'm now in a time that I'm like, I need to do something different, I need to just, get back the fire, I decided to take it. And it's actually so bad I have nobody here that can take over the speech while I'm eating. But I need to eat something. Otherwise, I'm also a low pressure kind of person, which doctor says is better, because at worst you just, end up on the floor. It's better than high pressure, or so they told me. But I don't want to end up on the floor here during the stream, so I really have to take something. Handle with care is here. Good evening, tutor Merce. Hello, everybody. How are you? What are we doing here at this hour? Yeah, I asked myself also that. I don't know. I just decided while I was showering that I would just do some stream because I was missing you guys. It was like full week, a full solid week. I was not in here. Shaq will say practice session ASMR. Do you really guys hear it like that close? Well, it could be because the microphone is like one hand away from my mouth. Jeez. To be very honest, when this ASMR was really a thing and everybody was doing it, I had no clue what was that, and I had to Google it, and it took me a while to understand what on earth is that. I find it weird, to say the least, but okay. Apparently, it's calming and enjoyable for other people, so funny things. Anyway, so as I was saying, the amateur classical guitarist says good timing. Also, since I just finished work, so you will have my undivided attention. Oh my god, I tell you, it will not be long because tomorrow I have also work from very early morning, but just wanna complete a little bit today's goal of practice. And so I took this new piece of Regondi of Introduction et Caprice. It's if you guys know the classical guitar repertoire, that's quite of a pain. It's so beautiful. It's just so crazy beautiful, but it's difficult. But because I need to, wake up, put my neurons back into play, and my fingers, everything, just together, I decided to make one page every day, which is quite a bit. It's really quite a bit given the madness of this piece. But I've been 2 days in, and I manage it very slow. I mean, and don't imagine here that I am playing at a tempo. By no means. I'm actually doing the night before, putting the fingerings without the guitar before I go to bed, so I can sleep on it and I can find some inspiration, think of the travel spots, and then the next morning I write the fingerings down with the guitar. And usually if I think it like this before, it's very helpful to open my mind to possibilities of fingerings basically, and position choices and everything. And then I just practice and slowly build it together and to get it to a slow tempo. So let me plug here the iPad, which otherwise you will not see anything. And today is really like a last minute thing, and I just showered. I did my hairs, which means I stayed a little bit in the shower because long hairs are a pain to take care of. So my nails will probably feel weird. So if it's not nice, if the sound is bad, just ignore it because it's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because actually that's a funny thing, when you have to play a concert or a competition, at least me, but I think I heard other people and even guys doing that, you don't actually spend like a lot of time properly like under the shower because the nails kind of get softer. And when you are also a little bit, with adrenaline and nervous, to go on stage with feeling the nails like kind of wet or humid, or probably humid, that would be the right word, it's just not right. It's just you don't have the right grip. So yeah, what I was saying that, just because it's gonna feel weird. We have here many people. Oh my god. I can't keep up with everybody. And Jack will say, very hard work. Have you played the piece also? Because I know you're also playing the 998, which is funny. So maybe now you have to start the Introduction et Caprice. Jack, I want a video. Send me via Instagram a proof of practicing reading this piece. This is your new challenge. Sorry. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you can see the stories when I'm just practicing and all this stuff. We have Celobaduk says, Bon appetit. Thank you very much. Robert says, try fruit smoothies. Yeah, I know. I have this smoothie machine, but it's so noisy. And you know that the houses in the Netherlands, like, I don't know, I think they are built, with paper or something, but you can hear everything. You can hear when the neighbors walk, when the neighbors think, when the neighbors breathe out. It's just incredible. So I didn't find very fair that, like, almost at midnight I would be there like with this kind of super loud machine. So no smoothie for me tonight, but would have been a good idea indeed. Somebody says hello, Daniel from Arkansas, and Miguel Angel also. Haha, nice. From Arkansas, is your Patron just website, or do you have a Patron? The Patron is in the website. I don't have the Patreon, let's say the famous platform, because in the website we have, let's say, a forum and everything, and there's also the events that we do. So it's everything linked. So even if just is called after the same thing, because actually the final purpose is just the same. It's everything hosted through my website, but it just works same thing. But you don't need to download the Patreon app and stuff, which maybe you probably already have. But anyways, just saying. The broadcast, are you saying you don't take shower in concert day? Usually, yes, I do take a shower, but I don't do my hairs, for instance, because then I would need to stay like far too long, and then the nails get softened very much. And I know from people that they shower with plastic bags on the hands to avoid from all the water to get onto the nails. Which that's a very random conversation we are having right now. Jackwell says, "Is that a challenge?" Yes, it is a challenge. So tomorrow, next days, I'm expecting a video of you with it's the first line. Just the first line, okay? Miguel Ángel says, provecho, gracias. Robert Hermida, Caprice. The introduction of Caprice. Actually, I have here plugged the iPad, so yes, this one. Let me see if I can. That one. Introduction et Caprice. There we go. Sorry, I'm reading you guys. Amateur classical guitar is safe. Same here. Our real estate agent used to say this apartment is one we just sneeze and the neighbors say God bless you. Exactly that. And I was used that in Spain, the houses, at least the ones I lived in, they were pretty solid. I mean, I could have my brothers, in the other room, like doing their own PlayStation things and everything. I wouldn't hear much really, and I would be practicing the whole day, and they just close the door and ignore me. And but here it's not possible. If I would go and practice in the house, they would hear as if I'm basically in the same room like them. It's so I'm very lucky to have this space, and that's actually the reason I kind of accommodated all this studio. Because I know that having somebody practicing like too much every day for years and years might be a little bit torturing. So Daniel Roberts, hi Daniel Roberts, oh my god, long time. Are you still on Stage It? Before quarantine and before the pandemic and all these online concerts were even a thing, actually, I was in a platform called Stage It. Together with Daniel Roberts, a piano player. I was joining the chat, and yeah, we did some play concerts, online concerts. Somehow it was funny that now it's so in, but that was already going for a long time, and this whole platform was done very nice with the tips and the tickets and everything, and it was actually was cool. Over the wall. Well, I'll just added you the. If you didn't choose the guitar, what instrument would you want to play? For me, probably I would play the piano, just because I love the repertoire for piano. It's just, they are freaking blessed, these people, with the pieces that they have. But it's also hell difficult. But for some strange reason, the more difficult it is, the more I like it. So, but somehow my For this live, I just got stroke with the guitar. It just happened like this. Anyway, let me kind of take the guitar and move a little bit the fingers in the meantime. And Daniel says, yes, playing there a lot. Oh, so guys, if you wanna listen some piano playing by Daniel, go and check Stage It, so stage, and then it, I think it's .com, and yeah, you can join him in the gigs. So there you go. Insidia says, good evening from Salento, South Italy. Nice. Welcome. Sorry, I need that. Alright. Oh yeah, I feel my nails like kind of weird. And well, at least I don't have to play loud because I'm just kind of reading slowly and everything. But they feel flimsy and weird. And I have, I think, relatively thick hard nails. So I'm very happy, let's say, with my nails. I rarely ever had to play with fake nails. Even when I broke them, somehow I always managed to somehow salvage the situation using my natural nails. But they do feel like strange, very strange. Here we have Jack Will says, odd question, but are you veggie? You're always eating fruits and vegetables, healthy. My McDonald's based diet could never. No, I'm not a vegetarian actually. I mean, coming from Spain is very, very hard. I would like to. And I tried because I love vegetables, you know, like salads and things like this. I really, really like them. Actually, I dislike sweets. So if somebody just brings a cake, I would try like a half of a spoon just to try it sometimes. Sometimes not even this. I don't know. I don't think it's psychological. I just feel weird after eating sweets, and that's definitely not the taste I like to have. I don't know. So I love like roasted vegetables and all kinds of salads, and yeah, I just try to eat meat just in moderation. But I think, for instance, now that I'm training, it's very good because, you know, take some chicken. It's a very healthy source of protein for the muscle recovery and everything. And if you don't eat meat, then you have to really look for kind of, you know, not supplements, but really mixing into your diet. Maybe one day I'll look into it. But if I don't do that well, then you might have deficiencies. And here in the Netherlands is everything so expensive, so perks of being poor. Amateur classical guitarist says, I agree how you can be vegetarian in Spain when you have a delicious jamón ibérico. Yeah, you know, actually what I like more than jamón ibérico is something called, is actually Catalan, but it's called longaniza. That's a Spanish word. In Catalan it's llangonissa. Oh my god, like I just could eat so much of this to the point that until I get like pain in my stomach, like, or they have to bring me to the hospital to make like a stomach, you know, like wash or something. It's so good. But here there is not in the Netherlands, which is very good because it's the worst thing you can have for your diet. It's fat, it's curated, it's everything you shouldn't be eating pretty much. So that's why it's tasty. Anyways. That's gonna be a very tough piece for stretches, which is perfectly fine for me. And here I decided to make this. Actually, I'll just put the timer, but just because I have my timer of my own things. Like this, you will see it starting. I always track how much I work for one thing and for the other thing and all this kind of stuff. So then I can look back and kind of reorganize my work according to what I see in the results it gives me. I'm a very, I don't know, organized kind of person, you can say. I just love to be kind of methodic with things. And 1 second, then I have to finish this, and I have to finish that, and alrighty, perfect. There we go. So I'm just gonna go through a little bit all the things that I'm just been reading. It's so fresh, as you can tell. I'm still doubting on some fingerings ideas that I have, and whatever I play, I like to just play it as precise as it is possible, just to build, how to say, good habits. For instance, here I was not hearing a note on the chord. Can you see the score, guys? Can you? Yes. If you want, maybe it's a little bit. One moment. Is it possible to just kind of make this a little? Oh no, then I have to mess up everything. Whatever, the score remains like this. I just put it, I said it one time, and now I'm too lazy to change it. So when I'm working now on this part, you can tell here, I wrote the fingerings. It's so beautiful. In this beginning, all these first 2 pages, I don't know, it's just like, just your heart wants to melt with this. So let's just try to go on, even if it's ridiculously slow. But you know, here you are for real practice, and that's what is cooking. And here, I just feel like I'm rushing even too much. It's way too fast. If my students are watching, when I tell you to play slow, really slow, I also do it, darlings. It's not to just piss you off. It's really because your brain needs to process. So here is the proof. 1 second, let me change in here. Dual. Can I show you here the right hand? Something like that. Well, let's just leave it like this. I just have everything like misplaced today. The other streams were everything so organized and well put here on my desk. Here I'm just running out of space. Whatever. Let's go. Here. Wait, I forgot to put the chat. 1 second. I'm just I was thinking, why does it look like this ugly box in here right on my face? Very bad. Very bad. Okay, now yes, there you go. Yeah, now you have your chat here on screen. Sorry. I know I'm a little bit retarded when it's like so late. But, you know, I have already practiced my fair share of hours. I have trained a lot, so I have the right to mess. Here I want to do like... And then I have to prepare the bar for this. Let me do without ornaments, just to get the timing right. here this is so... That's gonna be nasty. Okay, now I don't know why I'm stopping the bass. I should. And I want to change there. Maybe it's not a good idea. 1 second. It's never really like a brilliant idea to change on the fast note, but then I need the bar. Gosh. Maybe that's actually better. I'll just write it. The first stage is just kind of brainstorming all the time. So maybe I should just 4 and 4 right in there. Okay, something like this. And then, geez, that's gonna be something. Look where I have to put my 4th finger. It's like, thank you, Regon. Do you wanna just amputate my 4th finger? And then a slur there. Just, you arrive like you just... As you can tell here, I wrote a very, very, very tiny, exclamation mark, because I already knew when I was putting the fingering that this will be a painful passage. And this is very odd, this middle voice in here that should be kept. So then I might need to actually change the thing. I have to just check this with some other stuff. But it feels odd to me that you have to keep just suddenly this voice. Well, no, it's not odd. It makes sense. Because, of course, he makes more sense than me. From there. For these fingerings, so I have here the kind of this bass going on the 5th string that I think a tempo will be very nice. Sorry, I'm kind of making up here the slurs. Is it right? Yeah, C natural. Page, please, otherwise I will die here. This trill is gonna be like with the I just hate so much this position. And here I'm in discussion with myself as to what I should do. Let's see the chat. Sorry, guys. Let's see what's cooking in the chat. Jose Pedro Mesquita says he is playing this piece. Nice. So probably you play a million times better than me at this point. I just literally been starting it yesterday. So yeah, Insidia was asking if I don't have to start the timer. Yeah, I did. Thank you very much for the reminder. Robert says longaniza de país. Nice, you found it. Yes, but I will tell you more that this longaniza, the best one I have tasted, and there are many kinds of, and the industrially made, they are very, very different. One is just from my village, the butcher in there. I don't know, whatever. Let's keep this because I become hungry. Evil says, there we go. I thought you were hiding behind the black box eating an apple. Mikel is here. Nice. Our Catalan friend in here in the chat. I don't know what you're doing so late in here. Evil says, dear Merce, have you ever thought of playing a cutaway classical guitar so that you can reach the upper frets as long as it didn't alter your sound? Yeah, the cutaway in classical guitar you will rarely see it because it does change the sound. So in some other kind of quality industry, I don't know, the classical guitar world, we are very, very extremely picky about that. And some people might say, no, it doesn't make a difference. It does. It really does. And you have to play amplified or something, then it's a beautiful thing to have. But for classical, let's say, players where we mostly play unplugged and everything, we play unplugged unless the hall is like XXL kind of concert hall and then they put your microphone. But nowadays, they have amazing, mics and stuff that they actually are very, very, very nice sounding. So you still want to have the best sound from your instrument. Anyways, getting back to it. Let's now, I just did today this page, okay? So it's like, this is how we need to work. And this will be a funny thing because when this is a tempo, and then this stretch, I don't know if I should go with the second or with third. Maybe the third, actually. So let me write it. The jury today decided that it was gonna be the pull off to the thirds. It's kind of a twist here. There are nice stretches everywhere. So, I'm out of tune. I'm sorry. I just use this thing so we can make it quick. Maybe it can be the warmth. No, my apple is turning brown. 9. What? Okay. It's like, why did you have to add this bass here? And then this, I decided to make it here. And then okay, 1 second. I could play also the E open, but then it's gonna be oddly, you know, resonant just for that beat. Yeah, I'll stay like this for now. Sorry. No. Yeah, 5 strings bar, otherwise I'll not reach it. And this is a bit... I have to position the bar here. Oddly kind of low. I don't know, like kind of twisting like this, otherwise I don't get it. My instinct would say to put the bar like this, but then I see I don't get that sound, so I have to press down like this, and then strings bar. And here I just changed before going training. I was doing something odd, so maybe what about yeah, I was doing that, but it's just a bit too daring. The bar is a bit more kind of heavy, so I'll just have to work on the lightness, because otherwise the other fingering is gonna kill me. So let's go back to here 1 second. Am I playing that right? Am I playing that right? I think yes. Just because it's in the middle of this modulation, you feel everything funny at this low tempo. So I need to get this. Yeah, definitely I don't like 2 bars in there. Actually, let me write a new fingering, because otherwise I'll forget. So like this. I'm using the orange now as my alternative fingerings. So that will be 1, 1, 1, 3, and 2. Okay, something like that. let's go back to a little bit. So let's see here the contacts. Yep. Yeah, so dirty. Here I'll need to raise everything like. Like, see, like from early stages, I really want my hand to not get used to stay tensed where it should not. For instance, from this change, this bar, then to here, need to completely lift off, and needs to do it properly without buzzing. Exactly, the third here is messing with me. And now he behaved. Yeah, again. 4 strings I need. See that I have worked so much on the relaxation and using the minimum amount of force that if I put the finger a little bit, let's say, not close enough to the fret, here I get that. So there is 2 sides of the coin when you try to have this, develop this effortless technique. You have to be very precise where you press. And then full bar. Okay, so that's correct? Yes, it is. And then, ooh, I see a hello. Yeah, my right hand is off the camera. Sorry, I'm not watching to the. I'm just so focused with the score that I'm definitely not keeping track here on what's in camera or not. My last piece of apple. Well, yeah, I'm missing 1 string. I don't know, I'm making bullshit here. It's not even the hardest part. This needs to remain longer. See what? C natural, yeah. A sharp, yes. Okay, yeah, we're good. Hello. And then it comes here this all these little scary notes. It looks more scary than it is. I mean, actually in speed, that's the difficulty is to make this arpeggio like really, really, really smooth. So, but that's something a problem I will deal later. Now is the easy part. Yeah. To go further, and then is there another? No. Yeah. So let's see what's cooking in the chat. It's 58 already. Oh my, why is it so late already? Can somebody please stop the time for me? I need more time to do everything. Oh my god, let's stop the timer in here. Let's see what's up. Oh wow. Okay, where did I love? I don't know where we left off. Ah yeah, to the Caprice, the Patron. Did we? I know the vegetarian thing that we passed it. Maja says, why are these videos when I have to sleep? If you have to sleep, just go to sleep. That I will upload the replay, so go ahead. Mikael says, I love these sessions. Me too, I love practicing and it's fun. It's very fun to be here with you guys. The amateur classical guitarist says, I read somewhere once in a school syllabus, I don't remember which one, that if you show up to your exam with a cutaway, you are already starting with 1 or 2 points deducted from your score. Really? Interesting. I didn't know that they were that stiff. But yeah, indeed. I mean, if you show up in a proper classical guitar concert or a competition, they probably already, like, you put them a little bit against you just because it just doesn't look nice. Which is very interesting, right? Because people not from the classical guitar world, like, they don't feel it that strong somehow. It's something very much us. Evil says, what a great teacher. There are many fantastic players out there, but I choose Merce. Thank you very much. You'll see when I get back into playing all these, I really have so many recording projects I want to bring here for you guys. Barry says bon appetit, so thank you very much. Insidious says the chair you're sitting on seems very comfortable. What kind of chair is? Do you fit nice on the ergo play you use with this kind of chair? I think you can practice for hours without having. This is just a Amazon chair that I found. I just wanted to be white because my studio is rather small, and I didn't want to have like a big black, massive thing here, and then I used one that kind of did this, so when I play and stuff, like, the arms are not bothering me. But it doesn't even, you cannot even recline the back. It doesn't even have this mobility. And I added this kind of pillow. This is ergonomic pillow, just to, when I was editing like many hours and stuff, like, it's not really that properly ergonomic, so I ended up like slouching and stuff, and now with this I kind of really stay like very well. So I wouldn't say it's particularly comfortable, really. It's just one of the many chairs in Amazon, the not too expensive ones. Actually, I was looking a while back to, this ergonomic chairs world, and it's incredible, the stuff. Like, you can buy a chair for like 1,000 euros. The, let's say, high the top lines of ergonomic chairs, I think they're like the Millers and stuff. They cost quite a lot, which is pretty ridiculous how much they cost. So I'll stick with the pillows for now. So not particularly like incredible chair, just one of the many chairs. And he says shoulder issues. If you have shoulder issues, I think we must have. Most of us we have things. Just that's one of the reasons I'm doing training, just to keep, muscles there ready to hold everything, and just to be able to bear all these practicing hours without getting pain everywhere. Yvonne says, hi from Canada. It's getting cold here. Yeah, here too. It's, what can we do? But I think Canada is pretty cold. I was, I wanted to live in Canada for so much a while back, but the cold is kind of scared me off a little bit, to be honest. I already feel it's cold in the Netherlands, so good luck. Barry says, I'm glad to listen your practice. Nice. Well, if I keep practicing this piece, I think you're going to listen a lot of it. I guess it will be fun to see, like, in some weeks' time, how it starts to sound. Because now it's like the worst you can hear. Like, the worst situation, this is today. And it's going to continue like this because I have to, tomorrow I have to start playing this Allegretto scherzando, this paratirati, taita, taita, and it's like, woo, good luck me. Evil says, I like to reach the upper frets as my main guitars are 24 fret electric, but love classical guitar too. I will not be here. Yeah, classical electric guitar is so comfortable for this. It's incredible. And if you're used to play electric guitar, like the classical guitar high positions feel like, oh my god, what is happening? So I understand you. Alex says, I always see your Reddit post. Love your playing. Yeah, I have to go back to Reddit. I have to record some new things. It just, maybe I'll record something. I'll post some more of the Reddit, because I think many people were writing me that it's inspiring to see other people, keeping up with the hustle. So maybe I'll just do that for the community. Mimic says, it's nice and real like study. Real like. Greeting from Indonesia. Nice. Greetings back from to Indonesia. Indy says, it's the first time I see someone playing this type of comfortable chair. It is a nice way to avoid shoulder issue in the long term. To be honest, I should be practicing in the let's say proper chair that I have. Look, I'm just gonna show you. But because it was supposed to be a fast stream, I just didn't even change the chair. This, let me see if I can put it here. You see this chair? Like, I mean, 1 second. I'll just. Does it? 1 second. It's so hard to move this. That chair is usually what I used to practice, so I have it there in the corner, and I think that's better. Because this kind of moving and stuff, and I think I end up just staying in strange position, but I'm trying not to. And just because I'm not gonna stay here 2 hours, it's okay-ish. Lawrence says, hello Marcel, just taking a break from practicing. I didn't know you were out here today. I didn't know either myself, so nice that you were practicing. John says, do you practice sitting down and standing up? Do you sit down when you perform? Do you try to hold the same position standing and sitting to make it easier for muscle memory? For classical musicians, John, that is solved problem because we don't stand up. I know that there are, for instance, the Katona twins, very good guitar players. They play in duo. They are twins. They play in duo, and they do use a strap that goes like in here, and they play standing. I just play standing when I'm warming up with the guitar, and I literally hold it like this, and I'm just doing slurs, but not for playing. I just feel like it's very uncomfortable, and because we don't have to, everybody plays sitting, just like normal, let's say, classical music recitals. That's solved for me. And I probably wouldn't play standing up, honestly. I would really, really get used to it, and still the flimsiness of being, standing and that the guitar moves a lot more. I don't know that. I don't know if that would convince me. Scene Free says Herman Miller chairs are very expensive but very comfortable. I know, they're incredible, these chairs. Really incredible. They have one line that it looks like kind of a spine, from behind. It looks super fancy and everything, and people say like it's amazingly comfortable, but they are ridiculously expensive. But if some of you guys here in the stream spend many hours in the office or at home in the computer sitting, I think that's actually a healthy investment that I will certainly do eventually one day in the future. So it's they're very, very good, but they are really studied and thought for holding your back in the best position, not having like pressure points that are too strong. So if you are into let's say looking into the market for that, Herman Miller is one of the brands that is very, very good. Yvonne says, I need to go to south of France. Nice. Scene Free says, I have an area now. Okay, you're talking with each other. Nice. Good. Have a good practice, Lawrence. I'll just do here 10 minutes more. Wait, which time is it? It's just that I also have, that would sound very homey type of thing, but I just put a wash because I never ever in my life I trained so much like now. And so I train every day and I don't have enough clothes for the whole week. So I'm kind of, I put a wash hoping that for tomorrow it's gonna stay dry. And kind of waiting for it as well. Anyways, let's practice a little bit longer. So if you hear the telephone ringing or something, just that's it. Guitar practice. There we go. We start the timer in here. And then we start this over there, and the allegretto comes tomorrow. So I'll just want to make another pass of the second page that is super fresh in my brain. Here I need to time it well. I really need to time this well. These kind of pickups like this. So the ones that if you don't have it perfectly, let's say rhythmically accurate. Oh, there we go. Timer. Okay. If it's not rhythmically accurate, it's in speed it gets all over the place. So. One second. I'm just seeing double already. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I think here, to be, how to say, I think I should practice just for a little while, subdividing to the 16 even, not the 8, but the 16. Whoops. Then it gets time for this, and the right entrance for that. Okay, here. I'll add the portamentos much later. Yeah, I think having the 16th in my mind actually helps, really. Oh my god. And then everything strange. Yeah, like maybe you kind of don't hear mistakes or something, but I feel in my brain when I start to rush the thoughts, like they don't have enough time to be processed, and then is when I just kind of feel it's weird and I have to slow down to be able to control everything that happens, and I should stop talking. That's weird. I'll look into this tomorrow. 9 here. I just have so many passages in my brain that I don't know which one is it. Because there are many in this C minor. Yeah. Until there. And here, I think before I left training, I was thinking I need these 2 strings bar. So I can transition here from a bar to actually have the finger set normal. It's a kind of mutation that happens on the way. And from there it's bigger. That's why probably it's kind of noisy. Yeah. Wrong. Well, I need to keep the upper voice here. Reading is so much better. From there. No. I can use the 2 here to move. I don't need actually a bar there. Okay, let's see if I can get there properly. Yeah, I'm thinking too much. 1 second. Why am I thinking that matching here is not so difficult? Come on, brain, wake up. I want a smooth change. There's a fingering written wrongly, very wrongly. So that would be Tati. We are in here. First position. And here I'm making some funny with 1 contracting, so then I have the second free, because when you have to repeat fingers, it's very annoying. When you have and jump this in speed, it's horrible idea. Sometimes it needs to happen, like in before. Because then I cannot reach that, but I don't want to have 2 in a row. So I'm kind of doing dissolution. And then here just jump. But here I can avoid it. And this is... no. See the F sharp. F sharp. This piece is like skiing all over the fretboard. You'll see it's fun when you have it a tempo. It's very nice to watch, well, to listen, obviously. And it's such a sweat for who plays. And then I want to get used here to lift the first finger. Shall I go with the right hand there or with left? I don't know. I I don't know, maybe it's indifferent. No sé. But maybe the left hand is gonna be too pussy. But here is very brutal, the change. I don't know, just do for now with the right hand. And then here. So that's pretty much it. I have zero intention to play it fast now. Actually, the pieces that they come out the best are the ones that I stick to a slow tempo the longest, because it helps you process, it helps you, fixing all these changes, and then obviously, as I said before, the tension in the hand gets greatly reduced, which in a fast piece like this, because that's really way faster than I'm playing now, is it gives you this lightness and this be able to fly a little bit. So I have no thoughts about the speed right now. On the contrary, if I start practicing fast, you guys say, go slow, okay? And now when I go to bed, I'll just do this. I'll start to think about fingerings of the third page. And yeah, I think that one is so full of jumps and slurs and things that, oh my, it's gonna be tough. So tomorrow I will need some good amount of time to figure all these things. And but let's see, I'll keep you posted in Instagram and see if I manage to make slowly 1 page per day. Let's see what's cooking here, and I will go to sleep soon. Hinsia says, thank you for the answer. You're very welcome. I mean, we are in here in the chat so that I can answer you guys. So as long as I know the answer of what you're asking me, I'll give you my honest opinions and knowledge. Alex Chavez says, the wonders of learning a new piece. Yes, it's very interesting, in fact. It's just like, for me, it's also very important that the first impression, the first kind of contact of passing through passages and everything, even if slow and some mistakes here and there, but the overall feel, it's there, you know? Alex Chavez says, and that's why we play 1,000 times over to get it perfect. Yes. 1,000 times, I think it's very, very, very little compared to what probably it will need to this piece. Yeah, very, very extremely little. But Chioj says, thank you for the lessons, Merce. I love your videos. Thank you very much. Very kind to write it. Insidious says, but it seems more like a stool, not a chair. I better to continue use the comfortable chair you're sitting on. Yeah, but this one rotates, and I think that's not so good. It's better to have a steady place, at least for playing an instrument, and then move a little bit your back and stuff so that you're not completely static. Because remaining on the same position for too long, it's anyways, bad, no matter, which glory chair you have. So I think, best is to have something steady that is comfortable for your butt, and then just move a little as you play, and take breaks, I suppose. Alex says, how do I become a better player like you? Like me. I still have a lifelong road. Practice, of course. I think teacher makes a great deal. I was extremely lucky, for instance, back in Spain. I couldn't. Oh, I made a tea before and I completely forgot about my poor tea. Disregarded tea. Well, I'll drink a cold tea. So I was very lucky back in Barcelona that I went to an academy, and there was not a teacher that really that I clicked with, and they were not giving me enough like work somehow. So then I moved to another academy, and in that academy, the teacher I had, he was he was just showing me so much things and pieces and stuff. And the first piece I played was, he gave me one lesson and we did the romance during the lesson. The next piece he gave me was then during the summer, the 11th of Villalobos. And then when we started in September again, I started with the first suite of Bach. So I just really like to have progress and do things. And it was very nice to have, let's say, this teacher who would see that, the hungriness I had for learning. And then he actually hired a concert player who was happened to live in Barcelona. And he said, look, I have this student and stuff, you could take over a few students and definitely her. And it was really great. He was very intense. He was really tough. And so I had the great luck to meet this teacher, and then I went, let's say, private lessons with him because I wanted to do even more. And let's say for schedule issues of the academy, sometimes I couldn't have him, and I just wanted to have lessons with him all the time. And so I think a teacher is very, very important. And obviously, if you find a teacher that gives you things that you can progress, then follow what he or she says. Really believe in it, because if you kind of half do it, then you just, you're always kind of doubting. You just have to, in a way, put your trust in the person. So that's why it's very important to find the right person. And practice your ass off. Just really put a schedule, make etudes and pieces every month, and put yourself goals to finish them. So I think that's how you become, let's say, better and better every time. And then if you have the possibility, join festivals, guitar festivals. Even if you feel like you're, let's say, less level or something, many festivals, they have intermediate level and then advanced level. So sign in for the easiest. You will see so many people playing great. That is inspiration that you need to have, inspiration and listening to these people and listening to the master classes. And you learn so much, and it puts in perspective. Then you can go home and continue your practice with your teacher. But those are experiences that a musician should really, really have. So, and being in the world of your world, in our case, the classical guitar, I think is very helpful, because you can really relate and see what other people do. And I think put you the energy to just continue. And if we are just close at home, you lose a bit the perspective of what's actually cooking out there. And then you tend to lower your standards very, very much. So, I mean, the YouTube is a great thing, because then we are, also, of course, very much connected. But have these experiences real life if you can. Anyways, long answer. But I think it's a very interesting question, because there are a million things one could be doing. That would be like a very, very short essential kit to start, on your journey to become a great player. Michael Cebolski says, sorry for the dumb question, but what sort of chair is Merce using? Everybody's concerned about the chair. It's just my usual chair. You probably have seen it in the tutorials. Hard to find good chairs with folding arms that stay out of the way. There are many. If you really look for Amazon of office chairs and stuff, you will see there are these options. Then there is the gamer kind of, let's say, not the gamer chairs, but the gamer chairs, they have the arm that goes down, so it stays like in lap level. Yeah, well, whatever, you understand. Those ones might be also a good option. In fact, after having had the experience to have this chair, that if you see that it retracts, see, this is here and down, it retracts up until here. It doesn't get past here, and it's a little bit coming forward. In this part is okay, but sometimes in here, can you see my, I'm not even seeing my camera, but in here, I have feel it is a little bit annoying if you're playing and you want to relax and then the guitar might touch in here. So maybe the ones that the arms go down, but then the arms, I think I chose this over the other because it has this pillow, you know, a little bit more cushion in here. So I appreciate that also when I spend lots of hours editing and the elbow is here. But now that I think about it, there are pillows that you can buy in just kind of a little, let's say, soft case or something that you can buy, you can put on hard plastic arms. So yeah, I don't know, if you guys buy a chair, let me know which ones you find the nicest. Make a tutorial on chairs for classical guitar players. Fernando Roca says, which piece is this? Is Introduction e Caprice. So Introduction and Capriccio. Oh yeah, is from Regondi. I'll put it here. Can I put it like this? Okay, like this you see it. Jack says, wait, I zoned out. Have we had a rage about the difficulty yet? A rage about the difficulty? Yeah, what do you mean? I have a... What? What are you saying, Jack? We have here somebody from Ukraine. Nice, it's even later for you guys. Wow. Not bad, not bad. Handle with care says, I love when I'm missing strings and it happens all day. Then the next day it's okay again. Sometimes it's like the hands just won't listen. Totally. It's sometimes it just brain does funny things. So Alex Chavez says, whoa, that's amazing. I'm all self-taught so far. I want to learn more complex pieces are quite difficult to learn alone. I would be great to have a good teacher. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, and you know the thing is, more than the one can definitely, I did a lot of that before I even had a teacher. I played a couple of years on my own. I think the best thing of a teacher is that it tells you exactly what you're missing in the score. Like the harmonic, let's say, phrasing, dumping things, the mistakes that you might not be noticing by yourself, the things that you're doing, fingering choice, learning how to write the good fingerings is something that you learn as you go, and you know why a teacher chooses one over the other, and you ask why this? Oh, because look here, there is this and that, and then you go here and then it happens that, so maybe this is a better option because of these reasons. You know, all this kind of progress, this kind of work in progress. It's I think that's what you don't get in the book. The book, you have all the technical explanation and maybe photos of the hands and everything, and sometimes they tell you, be careful here, the melody should sound like this and they should dump this and they should stop that. But then you don't have somebody who tells you if you're really doing that, and it's tough when you're a beginner, because that's why you're a beginner, because you cannot see yet so many things. But hope it helps that. We have Angel Lesov. Nice, welcome to the chat. Evel says, thank you for all what you do and for sharing so much. We're much appreciated. Take care and have a wonderful week. Nice, Evel. Thank you for joining. You're so nice here. And sleep well then. As Ascension says, any advice on how to play cleaner? My playing is a mess. Then play slowly. I think the biggest reason why playing is a mess is because you play everything way too fast, and you cannot really control what your fingers are doing, and they just miss the right spot all the time. So as simple as it sounds, just play 4 times less the speed that you're currently playing, and listen to how it sounds, and discover actually what's happening where. And so yeah. Jack says, I mean, I have a cry about the difficulty. Yes, it's difficult indeed, but it's also wonderful. Insidia says, now I really want a video tutorial about the most appropriate chair to use for practice. You know, the joke is that when I had to play in concerts, with these piano stools, right? that they have this kind of pillow, but then they have the margin that it's hard. It's part of the chair. It's the frame. I find them extremely uncomfortable, actually. Some of them. Then there's the other ones that they are very big pillow, but the pillow is actually pretty hard. And then they have this kind of waves shapes. I don't know if you don't know what I'm talking about if you don't really have a piano stool like in your mind. But they can get pretty weird. And for us that we sit on the edge of the stool, like with the guitar and everything, they just feel odd to me. Studios is here. Nice. Welcome to the chat. Alex Chavez says, when did you start playing? Actually started relatively late, when people, let's say kids, start at about 8 or something. I started when I was a teenager, about, I don't know, oh my god, 14 or 15, something like that. But I started really strong. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was from the first lesson. We did the first lesson, and after that, I was already playing intermediate, repertoire to advanced. So I don't know. It just clicked into my brain. I cannot explain that. I just remember the first lesson with this teacher there in the academy in Barcelona. And he was like, okay, let's see what you know. And he took a method of, let's learn how to read. So where you find here the strings, and then he said, where you find this E, so this string, and where you find this G, so that string. It's like, okay, So now where you find these notes, and for some strange reason I knew everything. I don't know. I cannot explain that. So I knew all this. Then he gave me the romance and stuff, and we did a couple of smaller etudes like some aguado and everything to play a bit more of arpeggios. And I don't know, just went for it. I just, it's difficult to explain it. So yeah, that was it. Maybe another time we can talk a little bit more about the background and the stories. Fernando Roca says, congratulations for the work you do here. Nice, thank you. The amateur classical guitarist says, buenas noches. So, good night, Marcelo. I can't wait to listen to this piece finished. Yeah, actually, me too. I can't wait until it's actually like a little bit better in shape. But I'm really enjoying just to practice it slowly and figuring things out. Handle with Care says, did you have to ever learn a piece of music you didn't like for concert class, etc.? I had to learn, I started a piece that was nothing to say I wouldn't have chosen for it. It was for a competition I wanted to do, but finally I just didn't do it because some things came along the way. But I found really hard to find a piece, let's say, of the guitar repertoire that is so ugly that I get to hate it. I don't know. Maybe the pieces that I get, maybe easily bored will be the ones that are very monotonous, very, with arpeggios that never seem to actually transition to anywhere else. More like, how could I say, style of minimalistic music, but not yet becoming minimalistic music. I need like this, like movement, developing, like a melody goes someplace and the harmony follows, and or like even worse, like with Bach, no, it's all the time happening something new. But no, I think I had pieces maybe that I was not super hot about it, but I practiced them, I love them, I learned them, but then I just stopped playing them. Ah yes, wait. I remember one piece that maybe, if the one that maybe I enjoyed the least is which is nice actually, the piece, but it just doesn't resonate with me, was the Sakura Variations, which kind of sounds very Chinese type of, so maybe Sakura Variations, and this kind of empty pentatonic type of, harmonies. I just didn't feel the tension, so it's not like I didn't like it, but it just didn't fill my heart. I don't know, it just didn't make me like with this kind of passion or something. I just didn't feel it. So yeah, it just, we didn't have the spark. But for concerts, I always choose pieces that I really, really like. And also because as much as one can, unless it is for a competition, but honestly, competitions usually they have nice repertoire, let's say obligatory pieces of the standard repertoire. But for concerts, always pieces that I love, because if you're gonna spend so many hours practicing something, at least be it something that you're really passionate about. Sari says, what string do you use? Brown and tension. I use the Knobloch strings now and super high tension. So there is high tension, they make a super high tension. Because being that my guitar is a bit smaller, actually feels like so perfect. Barry says, sometimes my back hurts during my practice, so I must stop. Have you felt backache? Oh yeah, welcome to the club. Actually, when I was preparing to, move to the Netherlands to, with this teacher that I was practicing so much and everything, I stopped everything. I didn't train, I didn't move. I was just practicing. So I remember, like, I used to play hockey before, so my legs were like, I had muscles on my legs. And I remember, like, I could see how my muscles were shrinking to the point that I could just hold my leg, let's say my thigh, like with the arm, with a hand like this. And so I was like, oh, okay, whatever, I'm losing weight and this is fine. But then I came here to the Netherlands, and because I was physically, like, I was thin, but I was not fit. My muscles were not strong. And then carrying the guitar and the weight of the books and all the scores and everything, yes, I suffered lots of back pain. It was much too much. That's why I'm training now. So I think it's important to have a balance and have a healthy lifestyle, because at some point during the start of my bachelor, I had to practice. I had so much pain, and I just was lying like this on the sofa, like, oh my god, like I'm just dead, and just trying to go back and practice. Yeah. So if you have pain, very much pain, if your lifestyle is like it was mine back then, maybe reconsider some things, and then eventually a physio can help for sure. So that's what I did, and eventually now I found the tennis that it's keeping me fit. It's making me enjoy it, so I'm actually going to train. Today I did like almost 4 hours of training, and I'm still like, oh my god, I could continue, So find something that you like, and find a balance, really. Mark Stone says, I somehow don't find a good teacher in my city. Do you think online teaching is a good alternative? Well, I think nowadays, if you really, really don't find anybody in your city, I think it's a very good alternative. And the great thing of online teaching, that you can have any teacher anywhere, and you have better, let's say, times. You don't have to say spend money in transportation. I spend lots of money going every time to the other city to have the lessons. And with good internet, for instance, I have students from America, and some of them, they have very good internet, and I put the metronome, from here, and they play, and I hear them on sync. It's like I was very, very shocked the first time. So, and then of course, if you have like let's say a decent microphone, you can really, really work a lot. And if somebody takes it seriously and you have all the necessary tools from the teacher side, I think it can be very, very fruitful. And one extreme big bonus of the online teaching is that when you have the recording, you can look back at it, and you can really see things from like the listener perspective and understand much better some things that you did during the lesson that maybe you didn't catch really, or maybe you were practicing some phrasing and you played together, or the teacher plays for you, and then you can replay this phrasing all the time, so you can actually develop more musical sense without actually having to be paying for more hours with the teacher. So that actually I found with my students that is very helpful. So, but you have to have good internet, and then as a bonus, have at least a USB microphone. That would be already great. Abel says, do you sleep with your guitar? No offense, sometimes I do. After being away, I did when I was little. I did sleep. I actually put the guitar in a stand. Like, I have now the guitar in here, but it was, instead of my night table, I had the guitar. And then before I fell asleep, I was just doing kind of like I was sleeping like this, and I was just playing something like that. I was really big nerd. Oh my god. Well, I think I still am. So, whatever. But now I don't no longer put the guitar. Now I'm actually using the hours that I practice really, really good. And back then, I just spent lots of hours just messing with the instrument. So I felt like I needed more and more every time. Peter says, "Hi, Merce. Do you analyze the harmony of the pieces the way a composer would, or perhaps improvise in that style?" Well, I do try to analyze as I practice it. If you have seen before the stream that I'm practicing like ridiculously slowly. So I do try to get this. Sometimes I do some kind of harmonic analysis on my own just with the score to understand where the harmonies are leading to, releasing from, and these kind of things. Improvise, honestly, no. It's not something. It's in my habit. Maybe sometimes, but if I just want to feel, I don't know, 10 minutes from one student to another or something, and I just do something with the guitar, but not really. I don't tend to do that. I think it's just no, I don't. And I don't know how a composer would. I suppose is the same way. Analyze the harmony, the counterpoint, the structure. Maybe as a composer, you might be thinking more in how you could enhance it, change it, or I don't know, some things. So maybe that's a part I'm not considering. I just take the piece, let's say, as final product, and I just try to bring it alive. So I don't know. Rafe Drana says, "I recently got into classical guitar and I find that the posture really hard to get used to. I use a footstool. Should I buy support for the guitar? Any recommendations?" Yeah, if you have played the electric guitar acoustic and you play like sideways, I know that for many people it's really hard to indeed feel comfortable with it. And I was on the same boat when I started. I played also like this, the guitar on the right lap, and indeed it feels more comfortable sometimes, but until your back turn like that, it starts to hurt. And if you actually find like a good sitting posture with your back upright without tensions and stuff, maybe it was my choice. I took the little discomfort and awkwardness that you feel for a higher purpose, which is actually developing good technique, because how the hand moves, the wrist and everything, it also depends on how your guitar is positioned. And if it's like this, everything is different. So yeah, unless you feel like a lot of pain and you can't deal with it, I would give it a try. And footstool, I don't use it because of the back, being out of balance, and it hurts me. So I use this kind of ergo plates and stuff. Mine is called Neck Up, but definitely a very cheap one is Gitano, so G I'm so bad in spelling in English. So Gitano, I would actually just write it in the chat. I'm too sleepy already. So Gitano support, cheap and small. I'll put it like this. Sorry for the being so coding. It's this one I used for many years. It has 2 suction cups, and it's very small. You can fit it anywhere and gets the job done. If your guitar has very let's say little polish and stuff, it might transpire a lot. So then maybe you're better off with ergo play. But I never liked them so much because they feel very stiff and they are bigger. But just because of those same reasons, some people like them more. So, but they're a little bit more expensive. I think like about $20 or something like that. I don't know now the prices of it, but the Gitano, for instance, was like I think 5 or 7 when I bought it, and a guitar maker let me try it, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. So since then I play with these kind of things, and now I am using one called Neck Up. It's American. It's quite pricey, but I just like it, and it looks very nice in concerts and everything. But it moves the guitar rather much. So Gitano would be in between of mobility and stability. Ergo Play is very solid. The guitar is very, very fixed, and it feels more secure. Depends what you're looking for. So if you want to try it, one of these little ones, I think can be a good thing to have, just to have at home. I think it's good. What else? Oh my god, so many comments, guys. Do you enjoy playing Tárrega pieces? Yeah, Tárrega is a beautiful composer. Just working on some Tárrega with several students of mine, actually. So it's great. Emil says that everybody become a patron to Merce. Yeah, that's very helpful. So if you do, guys, you will be very, very welcome. And you will be helping out a lot. Wilma Dobrin says, Merce, thank you for your good teaching. It helps. Here's a dumb question. Guys, there are no dumb questions. It's just don't worry. But the answer is critical to me. How do you hold a guitar? I've never felt fully comfortable. What tips can you share? I think a little bit what we were speaking with the previous question. I would totally recommend having a steady positioning of, your back straight and without this kind of thing. So if you're turning like that, that's bad. Then I would not. Let me take it from you. Oh, yeah, I have a footstool here. This that lifts your hand, your leg. This the back is already like a little bit, going to one side. It's not the healthiest, but it's a tradition somehow. And many guitar players, they really can't conceive playing without it, because you have the guitar really like this, and it feels, it feels the nicest, to be honest. But for a good posture, now let's say what people do recommend the most is your, let's say, legs both on the floor, just sitting like this on a chair, and then having the guitar on a ergo play or on some support that way, just so that you can easily position your hands on the instrument. I think there is the other channel of This is Classical Guitar. I think he probably has a tutorial on posture. I have not made one, because I think, I don't know, it's if you guys I want, I could do in the future, I don't know. But I think he probably has some of these posture tutorials that he shows everything, and maybe it's better to really see with different angles and everything. And but really, that's pretty much it. If you can handle the footstool, you can go ahead. But the healthiest should be without, at least so they say the doctors. And then, as a bonus tip here, is the guitar. It's rather, let's say, has rather in a way sharp angles in here. If you have pain on your arm or something, sometimes putting something that rounds it up, there are some things that you can, put on the guitar. It's it makes kind of a little wave in here, so that you can rest your arm in something that is not so sharp and squarish like this. That some people need that for not getting pain here on the tendons, and because of that, let's say, you play more relaxed, so the shoulder, maybe some shoulder issues might not appear. But yeah, I think maybe a more in-depth should be in a tutorial, so I can actually show you the different angles and all this. So definitely check the channel of this is Classical Guitar. He has I'm pretty sure I have seen this like many years ago. What else? Jack says, I agree with you. I had discussions with my teacher saying that if I'm not passionate about, I will stop. It's hard to enjoy a piece if it's not with no passion. Yeah, unless, for instance, some conservatories, they do have a standard program that all students have to do. And if you don't like many pieces, yeah, that's nasty. I had the luck that where I studied, we had, let's say, we could all choose our repertoire with the advice of the teacher, of course. But we had free programs, so that was actually great. Alex says, I like how there is only 25 people watching, but everybody's so interested in you. Yes, actually, really nice that you're all very active. I like that. Jacquel says, I apologize, it's late, but I can speak English. It's late. Well, I think I also cannot speak proper English anymore. Hello from Algeria. Hello, Rami. Nice. Alex Chavez says, will you teach me? Well, if you like, look, I have my online academy. Feel free to just book a trial session, and we can look into if I can help you. I mean, if it clicks, it clicks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think having a teacher is a personal journey that you are the boss of it, and sometimes I've had, for instance, master classes, people that are great, and it just you don't feel so much the style of teaching. So just book a trial lesson and we can meet up and we see. Will says, it's late in the Netherlands. Yes, oh my god, it's already 1 o'clock. You see, it's nice chatting with you guys. I chat far too much. Matt says, hi Merce, late practice tonight? Yes, well, I actually already stopped. I'm already kind of, my head's decided that it's enough for today. Sherry says, do you have a teacher or have you already graduated from university? No, I already finished my master, and no, I don't have a teacher anymore. I'm lonely. It's actually, in music, you're always a student, always, no matter which level. So, I don't know, maybe in the future here and there I'll just probably have some master class or something, because it's always good to have the input of other musicians. But no, as a regular teacher, I don't have anymore, and it really feels like, I don't know, when you're under under the tutelage of a teacher, when you have every week to show up and do something, it is, I have to say, it puts this positive pressure that I really appreciate having had and that somehow I miss. But yeah, you gotta be responsible on your own and just practice without having to, to await for your teacher yelling at you. Mac Stone says, thanks Merce, I play Western and electric guitar for a longer time. Now I'm 32 and trying to find my way into classical guitar. I find especially finger crossing extremely difficult to adapt to. Yeah, I can imagine if you come from electric guitar, some right hand things will be tricky. Jack Whale says, do you ever have lessons or masterclass with teachers sometimes while working on pieces? Well, I kind of have answered that. I don't, the masterclass, given that it's one time type of thing, I prefer to have a piece that is somewhat decent, so that we don't need to stick, to stay long in the technical side of it, or use this fingering, or be careful this is dirty, be careful that. So I much rather, for a masterclass, bring a piece that I can actually play kind of concert ready, and then they can give me their input on phrasing ideas. I had, for instance, once a masterclass with a composer, Dutch composer, Kruisbrink. It was so inspiring because she had I don't know, probably because she was a composer, but so many ideas, suggestions, and things that I found it very, very refreshing. So in that case, can be very, very helpful. Max says, by the way, I'm thinking buying a Hanika guitar for upper class 2000. Do you have experience with them? I know that Hanika, they're very well known. I've never played one of them, but I do think that you probably will not be in the wrong with this kind of guitars. They have a very good reputation. So, and in case, I don't know if they have any policy, like you can try it or something, you can try a Hanika somewhere else and then see how it fits on your hands and then buy it. Yeah, I think that it's a great guitar for sure. Dave says the auto guitar are awesome. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know this De Oro, because I know that there are many that came later. This type of guitar is No, where is it? The auto ergonomic guitar supports. Yeah, it's kind of, so my guitar support, it's kind of similar but without the metal piece. It's all like, yeah, it looks nice. It's actually, so for whoever is looking for supports, this one is at $36, 36, 31, 35, about this price, $30. And yeah, I have not the auto guitar support, but I'm pretty sure it looks comfortable. Studio says, if I was to only read one piece of classical guitar literature, what would you suggest? Oh wow. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I don't know, I just, it's with listening music or pieces. How could I choose? I mean, there are works that Bach that are amazing, but pieces like this I also loved forever. Um, I don't know. There's so many pieces I like. I couldn't even choose period. I couldn't even choose like, okay, I'll just take a Brahms symphony. So it's very long, and you can, have lots of musical things in your brain. I don't know, because then I would probably miss also some other music. So I don't know. I just can't divide myself like that. Jack Will says, I have played a few of them. Okay, you're answering to him. I'm from Germany. We have Sikas here, but it's like 700 kilometers. Are you so far away? Actually, I'm planning to go to Sikas in the next weeks. For me, it's kind of 3 or 4 hours drive. So, what would that be? 400 kilometers? Something like that? About this. So, yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip. You guys, you're having a conversation. I'm just not gonna read everything out loud because probably other people have already read it. Matt says, I'm the same. I teach piano but also miss the positive pressure of having regular lessons. Yes, I think it's a transition that eventually, if you're a professional, we all experience. And actually, because of this, I'm just lately thinking to get back into competitions, because that puts you a deadline, that puts you the pressure, actually a lot more. But I find this is actually extremely positive pressure, unless you completely totally freak out. But I feel like I need this, in my soul, to just play and play more and get the pieces ready. For instance, now with the pandemic, it's honestly, for a musician, it's been quite depressing because, yeah, you just have pieces and everything, and nothing can be organized, nothing goes through, and you have to play and keep fit, keep the things going. Just for what? For what? It's a little bit, sometimes you have the feeling it's not working for nothing, but without a purpose. And having a purpose in life, I think, is very important in a way. So yeah, it's a big thing. Spec Nave says, I do not play classical guitar, but electric. Fourth time beginner. I still love watching your videos because you're such a grateful teacher. I love to listen to you. Thank you. Very kind. Alex, request a Labra masterclass. Yeah, request is a nice piece. I always use it for a warm up. It's good for the hands. Mikael says bonne nuit. Yeah, I mean, I should also be saying bonne nuit, good night, because it's very late. Okay, just the last ones, and I go. Kratos push. Why do you guys don't put your just names on the YouTube? I have my just real name. It's Kratos Push Boost 7. He says, hi, one question. What do you think about Kazuhito Yamashita? I haven't listened to him so much. I mean, there's his famous recordings on YouTube where he plays these Bodas de Luis Alonso and the Capriccio Diabolico and Pictures at an Exhibition. I don't know. I would say, as the English says, it's not my cup of tea. The approach to music, I feel it's very, how to say, it's this is my just humble opinion, I don't know, is I need some kind of other poetry into playing. And I always have had the feeling with these recordings is this kind of a race and very, very hectic and super violent. On the other hand, he's an extremely gifted player. So I don't know, actually I've never heard him in Europe before. Ever. Like, I have never seen him in concerts. I don't even know if he comes around here much. I think his daughter, is it possible that she was a little bit in festivals and competitions and something, and she's really amazing actually. Never met her live, but I think she plays beautifully. So, but the style of Kazuhito maybe is not the way I would approach music. Maybe that's it. Jack says, I'm in the market for buying a guitar soon. Who knows, maybe I'll see you at Sika's. Haha, do let me know what you recommend. Well, actually, I'm going to Sika's myself. I just, want to play other guitars, and I'm not going to buy any guitar. But I'm actually going with a student of mine. He is going to buy a guitar, and so I'm just taking the chance to, kind of see other guitars, see what's cooking. Because, oh my god, there's so many talented makers out there that make incredible stuff. Alex says, Smoke on the Water Masterclass. Yes, of course. Of course. Wilma, Darwin, thank you, Merce. We appreciate that you give us both teachers and player. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Seri Taravaski says, what to do if technical skills is enough and to collect the form integrity of a musical work is difficult? Okay, interesting. So what to do if your technical skills are enough, but the musical content makes it difficult? Welcome being a musician. In fact, to have the technical skills is just kind of the first step, really, to put the fingers into the right place in the right moment, right? So what to do if your music is not there? There's so many things you could do. It depends a little bit of how much you can see by yourself, how much you can listen and correct and understand things. First, you need to know if you have to have an idea of what's happening in the piece, the structure, the harmony, how you treat that kind of melody. Sometimes it's very romantic, like in this piece I'm practicing now. Sometimes it's more contrapuntal. Sometimes it's I don't know, a little bit, kind of different style, like could be Villalobos. I don't know. There's so many kinds of musical situations. Try to understand what's happening. Try to understand what you need to take care of, what should be singing or not, or you should be connecting or articulating. If you don't know the answer to these questions, then maybe it would be you should ask to a teacher or or have a master class or something. Or I don't know. Let's suppose you're practicing a piece of Bach, one of the suites. Then research. There are some people that have made very good researches and stuff that explain how it's structured, the voicing, the phrases and everything, and that can give you a good idea maybe what to do with the music. And then what you read, you have to of course put it in musical terms and just practice it. So there's so many options that could be happening that it's difficult to say. Evil says my name is Ivan. I know that, but people here read Evil, so I kind of say your username. Otherwise, it will be like, who is Ivan? Who is Ivan? Why she says Ivan? Who wrote that? Like this, they can know. Handlebuke says, I saw Yamashita playing tremolo with one finger. Yeah, I know. He's incredibly talented, this guy. It's insane. And the stuff that he can do, it's just incredible. It's, but somehow I don't judge a player by the technical skills, but the whole pack, and also, aside from that, you can be, amazing. And then it has to reach you. And that sometimes is a very personal thing, why you like more musician than another. Sometimes maybe, this other musician you like more. That's also some kind of strange things, but just connects with you. There is this kind of strange, dynamic in music, right? It's not about who plays better or more accurate or something like this. There is a bit of everything. Robert says sit-ups are the best for back pain. Okay, good to know. I keep a note on that. Last question. Jack Wales, what's your guitar support called again? It's called neck up. Like your neck up. Very graphic. Okay, guys. So thank you for the chat. And let's see if I might be streaming next days more. I'm trying to do a bit of practice on my own because I really need to stay focused. And as you can see, I get very beautifully distracted by you. But so I'll try to maybe stream in the evening. Tomorrow might also be very late because I have plenty of work during the day. Yeah, so it was great chatting with you. Says James, are you performing in Europe? Right now I just closed for, let's say, concerts. I'm actually restarting a program from zero, and because it's still a bit shaky, no, I have nothing planned as of this very moment. I actually had more plans in the other side of the world to do things, but I don't want things to fall apart again. It's too painful for us all. And so for now I'm a little bit kind of holding back until, also because in the Netherlands we are again back in red zone or something. I don't know, it's people are getting the virus again, and I think then it becomes very difficult to move away from the Netherlands back and forth, and it's a real pain. So I'm not going behind that very much. Actually, I have it kind of frozen. So thank you guys for coming. It was beautiful to speak with you. I hope I could help you out with questions that you asked me. And we see each other here over YouTube any other time. Take care, and I send you a big, big hug. Bye-bye.